Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are going to be burning for the moon momentarily, here in a few seconds actually. So I'm going to go ahead and time warp forward a little bit, like 37 seconds is our mark, so right about here. So in 3, 2, 1, mark. Okay, and we're just locked to prograde, because that's going to be ultimately where we're trying to burn at. I suspect we're going to run out of fuel before we finish this burn. We definitely are. I think that marks where we're going to run out of fuel, maybe. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, and now the poodle takes over. Go, mighty poodle! Did we get a science junior reading from the lower orbit? I think we didn't. That's okay. And I'm just gonna go directly for the maneuver node at this point. That's okay. We'll get it on the way in here, and then the second landing, we'll get a landing surface one. Actually, our thrust to weight here is half decent. Okay, let's take a look at our encounter. Yeah, that's good enough. So let's go ahead and add a maneuver here, and this is going to be something along the lines of this. We'll target 50 kilometers, I think, above the moon's surface. Right about like that. That should be fine. Yeah, I like that. So that's 400 meters per second. So realistically, this craft is overkill. But that's okay. Better to have overkill than underkill. We can now use warp to next maneuver too, which is actually super useful. We're not going to stop time warp. We've already got in space high, so we're going to get in space low with the Science Junior this time. Then we need to decide where we're going to be landing, but we can do that here in a bit. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and do a retrograde burn. And we want to do this at T-minus 22 seconds. One of these days we'll turn there. It's okay though, we've got plenty of time. This rocket is definitely overkill. Okay, so in about 20 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and time warp forward a little bit. 3, 2, 1, mark. Okay, and this will get us well in orbit. We didn't orbit the moon before, did we? No, we just slingshotted. Okay, so this is going to get us some money and science and prestige, which is nice. There we go, our periapsis is shrinking down nicely. I overshot a bit. I accidentally hit the wrong button to cut the engines. I'm just going to do a small corrective burn here. We've got plenty of extra delta V. I do want it to be right at about that 50 kilometer mark. So we've got plenty of delta V. There we go, just about to prograde. And let's do a small 3.2 meter per second corrective burn. Just slightly faster. Good enough. Excellent. Okay, so then at the periapsis, let's go ahead and circularize. Down to... That's too much. Down to right about... I kind of want to have it right about there. That'll be good. So we're going to want to be situated retrograde, but we're going to want to warp to next maneuver. Burn time of 17 seconds, so we want to do this at about 8.5 seconds. And yeah, we did get our in-space high. We're going to go ahead and get our in-space low eventually. In fact, we can do it right now, but EVA report first. There we go. We'll go ahead and get our materials study. Collect everything. SAS on to retrograde. And we're going to be doing this at T-minus 8.5 seconds-ish. So I'm going to go ahead and... we didn't quite situate there. There, now we're situated. Okay. Time to burn. Okay, burn more slowly now. Good enough. Excellent. And here we are in orbit around the moon. So where do we want to land? Well, I think first, let's go ahead and do an orbit. So here we have Moon's lowlands. We can EVA report over that. And this is why we're doing an orbit. Midlands we've already got. Highlands we've already got. Midlands, lowlands, and I'm just going to create a maneuver node right here, just so that we can mark like our starting point. Oh, Midland craters. EVA that. There we go. Lowlands, Midlands, Midland craters, Midlands, Farside crater. We'll EVA that. And collect that. Excellent. Midlands, Highlands, Midlands, Lowlands, Midlands, Lowlands, Midlands, Northwest crater. EVA report that. Collect all. More Midlands. East crater. Fantastic. More Midlands. What else do we have? Lots and lots of Midlands. East Farside crater. More Midlands. Okay, I'd say we're safely around. Let's go ahead and ditch this maneuver, and we need to decide where we want to land. Do we want to land in a particular biome? Do we want to land in one of these craters? Do we want to land in the plains up over here? I don't know. I kind of want it to be somewhere quite equatorial, because that's a lot easier to get to. That said, we do kind of have a overkill boat here. But let's just go ahead and do a landing kind of arbitrarily right now, and then we can target our landing for the next round to be similar. Now, I kind of don't want to hit a crater. I want somewhere rather flat, if at all possible. So we're going to be shooting for somewhere kind of like this for now. Ish. But I mean, we're going to need to kill our horizontal speed entirely and then just go straight down to really target where we want to land, right? Because I don't really have the capability or the patience, I guess I should say, to really to really do a proper landing without something like MechJeb. Okay, that should be fine. We'll target there. That's going to be 500 meters per second. It's a 46-second burn, so we're going to want to burn at 23 seconds. We'll go ahead and warp to that maneuver. And don't auto-stop warping. Thank you very much. And you can also stop playing the audio alert for right now. Okay, let's go ahead and go to retrograde. We're going to need to be there. We've got about 40 seconds to get there, which should be plenty of time. Yeah, we'll be there in time. There we are. So at T-minus 23 seconds. So in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. And we are now on an impact trajectory. We're just killing our horizontal speed for right now. And in fact, I'm going to leave it on stability assist rather than locked to retrograde right now. Because retrograde is going to be moving pretty substantially in a moment. Okay. Let's just do some fine-tuning of the node. And let's just go straight for retrograde now. And realistically... Oh, I never ditched these. Lol. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. I anticipated this stage running out of fuel beforehand. There's no need to be carrying those nose cones at this point, though. Okay. Now is the time where I miss horizontal velocity. That's for sure. Okay. There we go. And we're just going to fall to the surface right now. Let's switch from sea level to terrain so we can actually see our real actual height. And what's our thrust to weight here? 7.29. Okay. So I'm going to allow us to fall a bit until we are at around 10 kilometers. Okay. Time to burn. Unfortunately, we don't have impact time information right now. But I'm just going to kill basically all of our vertical speed. We've got so much delta V that I'm just not concerned. And then I'm going to let it drop until we're about 3 kilometers above the surface, and then I'll kill again. Actually, I feel like we're going a little fast. Once we hit 100 meters per second, or 3 kilometers, I'll burn. 3 kilometers it is. Okay. And we should probably go ahead and deploy these landing legs. And realistically, are we landing right on this hill? I kind of feel like we are. But let's just go ahead and ditch this stage at this point. There we go. And now let's go ahead and reduce our speed. Okay, I'm going to hover at about 10 meters per second for right now. We've got so much delta V that it's fine. I'm not really concerned. I just want to fight gravity on the way down. We're not suicide burning or anything. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to slightly increase the throttle to be decelerating a little bit faster. We're still about 300 meters above the surface right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut the throttle slightly. Yeah, I like how we're landing like exactly on this hill. Right where I didn't want to land. We're kind of okay-ish, I guess. Ish. Okay-ish. This is actually not good at all. We might want to hop over to like there or something. This is a very non-level surface. In fact, I'm doing it. Okay. Let's go. Just tossing a little bit of juice that direction. And then we're going to go to surface retrograde. I'd like to land like over here. Yeah, this is pretty decent here. Gonna go ahead and start the burn. I feel like this is a much better location. So let's just slowly be decelerating at this point. Yeah, this is so much better. 7. I think we'll be fine to land at 7 meters per second without destroying our engine, I hope. But 6 meters per second, I'm going to go ahead and accelerate slightly more. We're 100 meters above the surface. This is definitely a more flat area. Okay. I'd like to land at about 1 meter per second. If at all possible. 2. Just stability assist here. Ah! No, don't tip! Don't tip! Okay, we gotta bounce this. No. Prograde. Okay, so, here's the thing. I'm an idiot. Okay. So I'm a complete and total idiot and completely messed this whole thing up. And Valentina is going to die here, I think. Yeah, I completely messed it up. You okay, Valentina? You know what, we could revert this. But Valentina lives. Through some miracle. All of our equipment was destroyed. Because, yeah, the problem was I accidentally clicked on retrograde instead of clicking on prograde, and that caused it to start pitching. So the question is, do we want to revert that, or do we want to send a rescue mission? There's a lot of science here, but we can't really get it back. Is there an autosave? Let's see, we are year 3, day 117. I didn't make a quick save because I didn't expect to make this error. 223. So it looks like our persistent save. Where is that? You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and revert this. It was entirely my own fault, and I will happily admit that, but I think I'm going to go ahead and revert it just for the sake of time. So I'm going to put a cut in here, and when I come back, we will be on descent over the moon again. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.